Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today it's gonna be my 2024 teammate pairing ranking. Yeah, I'm so excited to talk about my opinion about this. And just so we clear, this is just my opinion. And please don't kill me if your favorite driver pairing is not higher up than it should be, or maybe not should be. So yeah. Sorry for the roses. This is almost Valentine's Day, and that's my girlfriend's. So that's in the shot today. Well, there's 10 teams, 20 drivers, and 10 teammate pairings. Some teammate pairings are better. This is not how good they work together, it's just the two drivers' levels combined. So some driver pairings may be higher or lower because they have a weaker or stronger teammate than others. Some maybe have a more balanced one. But we'll find out which one is the best. Sorry, something in my eye. Which one is the best in this video. Once again, it's just my opinion, so don't get mad or angry or whatever. Let's start from 10th, and the team with the weakest driver pairing, in my opinion, is going to be the Stake F1 team with Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu. Why is it the weakest one? Because I think both drivers are low average drivers at the moment. Bottas had some good years, but I think those good years are past him. If he doesn't pull up his pants at this stage of the year, he won't have a seat next year. Same with Zhou, he's just the average driver, not too bad for his first 2 seasons, but if he doesn't show how good he is in the 3rd season, I think he will be out of the seat. I said this in my season ranking video. I think Théo Pourchaire should be in the seat instead of Zhou. Zhou is in the team because of his China heritage and nationality, and Stake is a big thing. I'll try it to be a big thing, so I'll let him drive for another year, but I don't think after this year, if he drives the same as he is at the moment, that he'll be better. And Stake, I think, will be the last team in the constructor standings with the driving pairing they have. Second to last place, or 9th, is going to be Williams Racing. Alex Albon and Logan Sargent. Well, Albon was one of my top 3 drivers last year in the season ending rankings, but Logan Sargent is at the moment is the worst driver on the grid. I think it's good that he has another season because rookies deserve 2 seasons plus minus, except if you don't show that you can do anything. I said maybe I think Williams should gamble on another driver instead of Logan Sargent, but they are developing him, so if he can just do a little bit better this year, maybe outperforming Albon on more occasions, then maybe he could stay. But Albon is a very good driver, but I think the whole Logan Sargent debacle is pulling this driver lineup down. 8th place is going to be RB, Racing Bulls, Visa Cash App, whatever, with Yuki Tsunoda and Ricciardo. It's hard to say what Ricciardo we're getting for this team. If we get the Renault and Red Bull, I will put it up higher. But if you get a McLaren, then it's low. We haven't seen that much of Ricciardo yet. That's why this one is low. Because he broke his hand and he missed a lot of races. So we'll see. Maybe Racing Bulls will be so quick and Ricciardo will just like snap out of his slumber, if I can say it like that. But Yuki Tsunoda, he's been very impressive last year, and I think, like some people have said, he's a diamond in the rough. And I believe if he pulls this, if he wins Ricciardo, then I think he deserves a Red Bull seat, because this one's probably one of the most interesting driver lineups, and that is because both of them are going to fight for the Red Bull seat. I think Ricciardo will get it nonetheless, but still, it's going to be a very interesting battle between the two. And yeah, 8th place for the Racing Bulls duo. 7th place is going to be Haas. Now, Haas is much higher than some of the others because Hulkenberg and Magnussen both are very good drivers. Magnussen had a stinker last year, but I don't think he was bad enough to justify him being out of the sport. I think he just had a bad year. And if he has a year like 2022, then I think this is a very good pairing. Magnussen is a very good driver. I just think he struggled with the car. Hulkenberg especially is very good in qualifying. That was amazing last year was his qualifying performance. His race pace was not as bad as well, but the Haas just doesn't have tire wear at all. So I will try, I think they should try the best to do that because they actually have a very good driver lineup in their midst. 6th place is going to be Aston Martin. Why is it 6th place? 2 words. Well, a name. Lance Stroll. Fernando Alonso is probably one of the top 3 drivers racing at the moment. I will say that with no hesitation. And he's a very good driver, but Lance Stroll is one of the 3 worst drivers on the grid at the moment, in my opinion. And it's just not good. Aston Martin could have done so much better if they had a better driver in the midst. Alonso is very good. Like I said, that's probably why they are higher than Haas, Racing Bulls, and Williams, is only because of Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso is a beast. He had a very good year last year. Stroll showed some things last year, but I don't think he's consistent enough, and he makes way too much mistakes. And yeah, I really think they should have replaced him this year. But if they don't replace him next year, this is just going to be a joke of a team. He has to perform, otherwise he's going to be out. I really think that is going to happen this year. Okay, now we're at the halfway point with number 5, and this is going to be a controversial pick. It's going to be Ferrari with Leclerc and Sainz. Leclerc last year made lots of mistakes. That's probably why it went a little bit down for me. Sainz as well, he had a very good season until the latter stages of the year. Then it just did some stinkers, man. Like the last race of the year. One of the reasons why they are so high is because I don't think Carlos Sainz will perform as good as people might think because of the decision Ferrari made to sign Hamilton. I think that will affect his race pace. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. If he wins a championship just to prove them wrong, that would be so cool. But yeah, I think Leclerc is one of the top 5 drivers. Maybe not at the moment top 3. And Sainz is a very good driver. And just last year, he showed that he could do very good. But at the moment, I think Leclerc is still a better driver. Number 4, another controversial one, but I'll say Alpine. Why do I say Alpine? Because Esteban and Gasly are very, very good equal drivers, and they both equally push up the team because they are so equal. Average, mid to high, I don't know how to say it. I think Gasly is the better driver at the moment between the 2 drivers. And yeah, I think both of them are very good drivers. Probably the closest pairing of everybody here. Yeah, I think it's the closest pairing. Yes, it's the closest pairing. So I just had to look. Because I think Gasly came into the Alpine seat last year and he just showed why he's such a good driver. Esteban was at that team for a long time and Gasly just outperformed him. I know Ocon had some bad luck, but also Gasly had bad luck. But it's a very good team pairing, maybe not for the drama side, but for performance wise, both of the drivers are very good. And I think that if they both don't hit each other, then they could do some very good things. We'll see. Our first podium sitter, 3rd place, is going to be Red Bull. Red Bull is 3rd for only one reason. Yeah, you know the rest. And that's why. Verstappen is just such a beast. I don't think, even though last year Perez didn't perform, I don't think he's that bad of a driver. He's a bad driver at the moment, but not that bad. Level of Stroll, maybe. If he performs last year or this year as he did last year, I don't think Red Bull will keep him. I think they will scoot his boot away. But I think Verstappen is just that good. He can win the constructors on his own. Last year he showed he could. So that's why the teammate pairing of Red Bull is third. Even though Perez is a stinker. So yeah, we'll see if that changes next year or between the seasons. But Red Bull still has the best driver on the grid, and I'll say that with full confidence. So yeah, let's get to our silver medalist. Our second place on the podium is going to be McLaren. Now, McLaren is this high because of the Norris-Piastri relationship. Piastri surprised me heavily. If this was last year, he'd probably be much higher, but Piastri showed he is a good driver. And Norris is still one of the 5 best drivers on this grid. And I'll just say that even though he has no wins, he's still one of the best drivers. Probably just behind third place. The McLaren team, I really hope they pull their shit together, because I think they can win the Constructors' Champions with the team they have. And I really think Lando can win the championship, the drivers. So we'll see about how that goes. But McLaren is second with the Norris Piastri driver lineup. So I think that will be very interesting. So yeah, very glad to have said that. So let's get to the next one, which is going to be first place, and I still think it is going to be Mercedes. Hamilton, one of the top three drivers, still very exciting to see him go to Ferrari and see what he does there. And Russell doesn't have the best year last year, but I think it was still a very good season. So that's why they're first, because I think both of the drivers are top tier. Hamilton was one of the best. And Russell's still a very good driver, not as good maybe as Leclerc or Norris at the moment, but I think both of them connect in a team together. That's very good. Very good to see. So yeah, that is my 10 teams driver ranking, team pair ranking. Why do you think I did wrong? Do you think some teams are higher, some teams are lower? Please let me know. I think Mercedes just have a very good Hamilton-Russell pairing. I just don't think they may be the best for this year that's going to come. Hamilton is not going to get as much privilege, I think. But still, I think he's a very good driver. And if Mercedes play fair, they could have a very good driver lineup in their midst. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. The season is almost here. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you have a nice day. And enjoy the rest of your winter break. Cheers.